In a cave on a mountainside, a man named Prometheus defies the gods. He steals fire and gives it to humanity. But this isn't just a story, it's a prophecy. Fire, the source of light and warmth, was the first step toward civilization. But what if this myth also predicted the discovery of nuclear energy? The ability to harness immense power from within the atom. This is the story of how ancient myths became the blueprint for modern science. Long before scientists split the atom, ancient Hindus spoke of the Hiranyagarbha, the cosmic egg from which the universe was born. This egg contained all matter and energy, and from it, the universe expanded. Sound familiar? The Big Bang theory proposed in the 20th century describes a similar event, a singularity expanding to create everything. Coincidence? Or did ancient sages glimpse a truth that science would later confirm? In many ancient cultures, the serpent is a symbol of wisdom and rebirth. The Ouroboros, a serpent eating its own tail, represents the cycle of life and death. But look closer. The serpent's shape mirrors the double helix of DNA. Did ancient artists unknowingly depict the very structure of life? Modern genetics revealed the helix in 1953, but the symbol has been around for millennia. Is this just a coincidence or a profound insight into the nature of existence? Plato wrote of Atlantis, a powerful island nation that sank into the ocean in a single day. For centuries, it was dismissed as a myth, but modern geology tells us that islands can and do sink. The theory of plate tectonics explains that continents are in constant motion, and some regions are prone to catastrophic subduction. Could Atlantis be a memory of a real event, a volcanic eruption or earthquake that destroyed a civilization? The evidence is mounting. In Norse mythology, Yggdrasil is the world tree connecting 9 realms. Its roots extend into the underworld and its branches reach into the heavens. Today, we have the internet, a network that connects the entire globe. The World Wide Web is a tree of information, with roots in servers and branches in our devices. Did the Norse imagine a global communication network? The parallel is uncanny. The Eye of Horus, a symbol of protection and royal power, is also a mathematical marvel. Its parts represent fractions that sum to 6364, a number close to 1. But there's more. The eye's structure resembles the human brain's visual cortex. Ancient Egyptians were skilled at mummification and had some knowledge of anatomy. Did they understand the brain's role in vision? Modern neuroscience confirms that the brain processes visual information in a way that mirrors the eye's design. The phoenix, a bird that rises from its own ashes, is a symbol of rebirth. But this myth also mirrors the life cycle of stars. Stars are born from stellar nurseries, burn for millions of years, and die in supernovae, only to create new stars from their remnants. The phoenix's death and rebirth is a metaphor for the cosmic cycle. Ancient astronomers may have observed this pattern in the night sky. Chinese dragons are associated with water, rain, and storms. They are said to control the weather. Modern meteorology understands that weather patterns are influenced by complex systems, but the dragon myth may be a personification of these forces. In fact, the dragon's movements in the sky resemble the formation of tornadoes and hurricanes. Did ancient Chinese observers see the same patterns we study today? In Norse mythology, Bifrost is the rainbow bridge connecting Earth to Asgard. But a rainbow is actually a full spectrum of light, as Isaac Newton discovered. The myth of a bridge to the gods may be a metaphor for the electromagnetic spectrum, which includes visible light and other forms of radiation. The bridge is a pathway to knowledge, just as the spectrum is a key to understanding the universe. The Oracle of Delphi was a priestess who delivered prophecies. People traveled from far and wide to hear her words. Today, we have algorithms that predict the future, from weather forecasts to stock market trends. The oracle's cryptic messages are like the outputs of a complex neural network. Both are based on patterns, but the algorithm is more accurate. Or is it? The oracle's ambiguity may have been a form of probabilistic reasoning. The Minotaur, a creature half man, half bull, lived in a labyrinth. This myth may represent the complexity of genetics. The labyrinth is like the human genome, a maze of DNA that determines our traits. The Minotaur itself is a hybrid, a concept that modern science has realized through genetic engineering. Could the ancient Greeks have anticipated the manipulation of genes? Hindu cosmology describes 4 yugas, or ages, that cycle through time. The total duration of these yugas is 4.32 million years. Modern science estimates the Earth's age at 4.5 billion years. While not exact, the concept of vast cycles of time is remarkably similar to the geological time scale. Both see time as cyclical and immense. The ancients may have had a sense of deep time that we are only now rediscovering. The Egyptian Book of the Dead contains spells to guide the soul through the afterlife. One concept is that the soul can be in multiple places at once. This sounds like quantum entanglement, where particles remain connected even across vast distances. The ancient Egyptians may have intuited a non-local universe, where everything is interconnected. Is this a precursor to quantum theory? The Aztec calendar and the Mayan long count calendar are known for their precision. The Mayans predicted a cycle ending in 2012, which some interpreted as the end of the world. But it was actually a reset. Modern astronomy understands that the Earth's axis wobbles, causing the precession of the equinoxes. The Mayans may have tracked this cycle, predicting a new era. Their calendar is a testament to ancient astronomical knowledge. The ancient Greeks believed that everything was made of 4 elements: earth, water, air, and fire. This was crude, but it was the first attempt to categorize matter. Modern chemistry has the periodic table with over 100 elements, but the idea that matter is composed of fundamental building blocks is the same. The Greeks' elements were a proto-scientific theory that paved the way for modern chemistry. Ragnarök is the Norse apocalypse, where gods and giants battle, and the world is destroyed in fire and ice. This myth mirrors the concept of the heat death of the universe, where all energy is evenly distributed and no work can be done. Both describe an end state of chaos and destruction. The Norse may have envisioned the ultimate fate of the cosmos. Aboriginal Australian Dreamtime stories describe a time when the world was created through the actions of ancestral beings. This concept of a timeless, creative force resonates with quantum mechanics, where observation creates reality. The dreamtime is not a past event but a continuous present, much like the quantum world where particles exist in multiple states until measured. Could this be an ancient understanding of quantum principles? Celtic mythology speaks of the otherworld, a parallel realm where time flows differently. This is strikingly similar to the multiverse theory in modern physics, which suggests that multiple universes exist alongside our own. The otherworld is accessible through certain thresholds, like the quantum realm. The Celts may have imagined a reality that physics is only now beginning to explore. Kintsugi is the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with gold, making the cracks beautiful. This philosophy has a parallel in modern materials science, where self-healing materials are being developed. The idea that damage can be a source of strength is both ancient and cutting-edge. Kintsugi teaches us that imperfection is not a flaw but a feature. Anansi the spider is a trickster figure in West African folklore, known for weaving webs of stories. Today, we have the Internet of Things, where devices are connected through a web of data. Anansi's web is a metaphor for this network. The spider's ability to connect different realms mirrors the way IoT connects our world. Ancient stories may have anticipated our connected future. The sirens were creatures whose songs lured sailors to their doom. This myth is a powerful allegory for addiction. The irresistible pull of the siren's song is like the pull of a drug or a behavior. Modern psychology studies addiction as a compulsion that overrides rational thought. The siren's story is a cautionary tale that resonates with our understanding of the human mind. The Hindu Trimurti consists of Brahma the creator, Vishnu the preserver, and Shiva the destroyer. This mirrors the three fundamental forces in physics: the strong nuclear force, electromagnetism, and gravity. Each force has a role in creation, preservation, and destruction of matter. The ancient Hindu concept of a triadic universe is reflected in the standard model of particle physics. The Bennu bird is an Egyptian symbol of rebirth, associated with the sun. It is often depicted with a heron-like appearance. This bird may represent the carbon cycle, where carbon atoms are recycled through the environment. The sun's energy drives this cycle, and the Bennu bird, as a solar symbol, embodies this process. The cycle of life and death is a fundamental scientific reality. The Epic of Gilgamesh tells of a hero's quest for immortality. He seeks a plant that grants eternal life, but it is stolen by a snake. This story mirrors the scientific search for longevity. Modern biology studies telomeres, aging, and the possibility of extending life. Gilgamesh's quest is a metaphor for the human desire to overcome death, a goal that science may one day achieve. From Prometheus to Gilgamesh, ancient myths have been a mirror to our scientific discoveries. They are not just stories but early attempts to understand the universe. As we uncover more about the cosmos, we realize that the ancients were asking the same questions we ask today. The myths predicted not just specific discoveries but the very method of science itself: observation, questioning, and storytelling. The past and future are connected by a thread of curiosity. The next great discovery may already be hidden in an old tale.